The X-T30 was one of Fujifilm's best-selling cameras, and so a worthy upgrade was important. Sharing the same processor and 26.1 megapixel sensor as its bigger brother, the X-T3, the X-T30 seems to be the perfect combination of image quality, performance and size, making it a serious contender for Fujifilm's flagship X-T3. And did I mention it's nearly £500 cheaper? Could this be one of the best compact system cameras of the year?
Hi, I'm James from Wilkinson Cameras and we're here in Rome to review the brand new Fujifilm X-T30. The Fujifilm X-T series is definitely one of the best looking cameras on the market. With its classic shape and retro dials, it's unmistakably Fujifilm. On the exterior it may look like not much has changed since the X-T20, and that's well because not much has. However, Fujifilm have added a joystick over the D-pad selection found on the X-T20, which is much better for quick AF point selection. You'll also find a larger thumb grip, which is better for when using longer lenses, and it gives it a little bit more balance. The camera remains very lightweight at 383 grams, and while it's not quite pocketable, it's still very travel friendly. There's a pop-up flash, a new USB-C type port, and a handy SR auto switch. If we go around to the back of the camera, you'll see that there's a 3-inch touchscreen monitor. It's really bright and very responsive too, and it's worked really well in the bright sunshine today. And while it doesn't flip all the way around for vlogging and selfies, it does do the tilty action. Believe it or not, the Fujifilm X-T30 will ship with better autofocus capabilities than the X-T3. It uses Fujifilm's intelligent hybrid AF system, which essentially means it uses a combination of both contrast and phase detection AF.
This hybrid autofocus system consists of 425 points across the full width of the frame and can now focus down to -3 EV. Face and eye detection have also been improved, with Fujifilm claiming it to be twice as accurate as the previous model.
It shoots a maximum of 8 frames per second in the mechanical shutter and 30 frames per second in the electronic shutter. That's with a 1.25 times crop. However, that crop could actually be seen as an advantage if you're a wildlife or sports photographer and looking for that little bit of an extra reach. And thanks to the X Processor 4, all these functions process 150% faster than the X-T20.
This is a full production model, and so I can confirm that image quality is superb. With 26.1 megapixels, images are sharp with lots of contrast and deep blacks that I think really complement street photographs, which is what of course a lot of people will be using this camera for.
Famous for their colours, Fujifilm have added 16 film simulation modes, and while at first they may seem like a little bit of a gimmick, I can actually say in practice they're really useful. I think I'd use them for quick Instagram posts, or maybe if I'm doing a short video and post-production time is a little bit limited. I feel like Fujifilm is seriously underrated when it comes to video. It is fantastic.
The X-T30 shoots oversampled 4K at 30p plus DCI 4K, also known as Cinema 4K at 30p, both at bit rates of up to 200 megabits per second.
So no 60p recording in 4K unfortunately, however I think that's to be expected of a camera of this price point. It does shoot 60p in 1080p however, and it also has the ability to shoot 120 frames per second in the high speed mode at full HD.
The X-T30 also has F-Log built in, which is a nice flat lock for grading. For the more serious filmmaker looking to do some heavier grading however, the X-T3 does have a slight edge with the ability to record a 10-bit 420 signal internally. With the addition of an external recorder however, the X-T30 can record 422 10-bit via HDMI, which actually is even better.
One important thing that is missing is a traditional headphone jack for audio monitoring. However, Fujifilm has a solution for this in the form of a USB-C adapter. It's not ideal, but it does work.
The X-T30 is a joy to shoot with. It's totally confidence inspiring, especially when shooting on the streets. Just looking at it makes me want to pick it up and shoot with it. And with so much of the good stuff we see in the flagship X-T3 packed into the X-T30's small body, it certainly gives the X-T3 a run for its money. Fantastic image quality, speed and bags of character makes it one of the most well-rounded, most versatile mirrorless cameras on the market.